Good day, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Crypto Solomon coming at you with my very first crypto YouTube video. This is something I am very passionate about and figured why not start a channel and, spread the word about crypto. There aren't too many people in the world, if 8 billion people really know about crypto or know of crypto. So this first video is about how I got into crypto, and I'll be continuing to make more videos and progressing in terms of what I'll be talking about as these go on and I progress in this crypto space myself. So before I actually got into crypto, I was actually in stocks. I got into investing in stocks on 2019, around November to be exact, of 2019. Um, I was fortunate enough to come into some money. Um, I originally got a stockbroker and gave them a bulk of money. I kept some for myself and or to myself because I also wanted to learn how to invest myself. So I think, like most people, I got into investing through Robinhood and started making my first purchases. Wasn't doing too bad. I probably got in or got started taking it serious around just before the crash when the pandemic started affecting the U.S. around March of 2020. So for about I'd say almost exactly a year, I had started learning about investing in stocks, trading stocks. Um, I thought I wanted to do a little day trading, but I've realized that wasn't my thing. But I did make a little bit of money, learning how to do puts and calls and things like that. For those of y'all that know what I'm talking about, learned a little bit about how to read charts and stuff like that. So I had always heard about Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all I knew about. And at the time, I was living in Hawaii, and it's not a very crypto friendly state. Um, so using Robinhood, I could only see what Ethereum and Bitcoin were doing. So I saw how drastic the price were going up and down, and that actually was actually kind of fun and attractive to me. Again, I was only really serious into stocks. So fast forward to probably February of 2021, I started looking more into Bitcoin and Ethereum. And at that time, like I said, that was all I knew about. That was all the news talked about whenever I did watch the news and there was something about finance and crypto. All they brought up was Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I decided to YouTube or go into YouTube, which is kind of how I learned about stocks as well, or how to invest in stocks. Went back on there, typed in crypto and or no Bitcoin, and then some videos started coming up about it. Um, and also something that had attracted me to Bitcoin too was just how fast it moved, like money, and I believe that's what most of us are here for. We're also here with when it comes to crypto about the technology too. But with the volatility, how fast it moves, it's absolutely fascinating and amazing in my personal opinion. But I still all I saw was kind of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I didn't really know how to do much research at that time. I didn't know anybody um that was really into crypto at that time. So I just kind of learned on my own. So if y'all remember GameStop, the whole thing with GameStop and then Robinhood and how Robinhood basically pulled a plug and then tried to say they were here, trying to protect people from themselves. I don't know how you protect somebody from making money, when it was going sky high. Anyway, I felt some kind of way about that. I didn't have any thing invested in GameStop. I don't play around like that. So but I didn't like how they did that to people. So anyway, I moved on my stocks from Robinhood to Webull, immediately closed my account. So in Hawaii, you can actually purchase Bitcoin. At that time, you could purchase Bitcoin and Ethereum through Webull. You couldn't do it through Robinhood at the time. Maybe you can now. I don't live in Hawaii anymore. So after, I did whatever little bit of research I knew how to do, I made my first purchase, I think about 3 or 4, maybe 5 Ethereum on around 20th of March, 2021. And that was my first serious crypto. So as I kept, going on YouTube and looking up more and typing in crypto and seeing more, then I realized that there was, this whole world of these currencies. And at that time that there were only 10,000 currencies. So I was thinking like, wow, there's a whole lot more to this, again, as I said earlier in this video, that, the news, and it seems like they're carrying out a narrative of, just pushing and advertising or, Bitcoin, Ethereum. There's actually 10,000 currencies out there. I know people don't really refer to Bitcoin anymore. It's kind of in a league of its own as being the very first crypto. It's Bitcoin now. It's not necessarily crypto, quote unquote. Everything else beyond that is crypto. So anyway, I probably spent about another, I'd say almost about 3 weeks when I had downtime, at work and at home, trying to figure out what to buy and, what to purchase and figuring out strategies. Because again, there were 10,000 cryptocurrencies. So obviously, that's very, very overwhelming in terms of, what you should buy and all this. So again, I didn't have anybody to talk to. So I just, I didn't know where to reach out to, who to contact or whatever. Because, everybody, friends and people that I know, they're all into stocks. So I just kind of took it upon myself to continue down this rabbit hole and just continue to look up, what and explore these cryptocurrencies. So I started again just going on YouTube because I didn't know where to go. I was Googling things. What is crypto? What is blockchain technology? What is layer 1? What's layer 2? Or the differences between layer 1 and layer 2 nodes, things of that nature, on which I was still learning even as I was figuring out what cryptos to buy. I think I wrote down also beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. I ended up writing down probably about 50 different cryptos. And what, as I was going, I started learning that and seeing that there were all these YouTube people that had channels and just kind of looking at the things that they were talking about, like HBAR, as you can see from my picture, HBAR, VeChain, Chainlink, there's XRP, Stellar, Algorand, you name it, so those are probably the top 100s right there. So as I started getting deeper, that like I just said, that's what most we were just saying, as some advice from what I'd been learning was to kind of stick with the top 100. And there's a kind of like your blue chip per se cryptos, and they're also the large cap, but again, blue chip, maybe safer investments. I mean, the space is speculative. Though I think we're kind of past that, especially with Congress working on bills and stuff like that. So I think it's just more about the regulation, and so that we can protect, or so that they can provide some protection and things like that for us retail investors, and probably get their big buddies in Wall Street and the big banks all involved more, which we're seeing that happening more and more every day. If you're trying to get in, if you're getting into crypto, or if you've been in it for a little bit. So yeah, once I wrote down what I say about 50 different cryptos, I kind of looked more into those, and at the time I still really didn't know what I was looking at, other than okay, these cryptos are what are probably being talked about a lot more. I wouldn't say advertised, but what they're, showing, safer bets. So, I started buying a little bit of Cardano, some Polygon, some Chainlink, were some of the ones that some of the additional ones that I'd started purchasing after Bitcoin and Ethereum. Oh, I also bought some Litecoin too. But that was probably one of the ones that I made some good money on, and then I immediately sold that one. I personally don't really see how Litecoin, never hear any updates or nothing. It's been around for a while, but other than that, never hear any further development in what they're doing or anything like that. So yeah, once I got into that rabbit hole of purchasing crypto, I was doing a little bit of trading because last year and 2021 was also the bull market that was, suddenly stopped. It seems like we only, not obviously understanding what a bull market is or the difference between a bull market and a bear market. Um, yeah, we definitely didn't get a full altcoin season. I know some people out there believe that there could still be one on the horizon, maybe after this case settles with between Ripple and their XRP token and the SEC. That's another video, but just thought I'd throw that little part in there. So yeah, as far as continuing with the discovery of all these different currencies, and I just kept learning, like I said earlier, about the differences of layer ones, layer twos, nodes, even down to the CEOs, which to me that's a little bit just like stocks, depending on different CEOs that they have running these companies and things like that. And I could even go another step further, saying learning about the creators. For instance, as an example, the creators or the people that helped develop Ethereum. Pretty much no one's there anymore aside from Vitalik. But a couple of those guys like Charles Hoskins went on to create Cardano, which is ADA. You have can't remember his name, and this video is authentic video. I'm not editing it. This is what you're getting right here. But one of the creators, another creator from Ethereum, went on to create Polygon, which happens to be a layer 2. And I mean, you could even arguably say it's probably a more upgraded version of Ethereum, even though Ethereum's working on their upgrades. So yeah, nothing too fancy, and I don't want this video to go on too long, but yeah, that's kind of how I got started. I just found that that this was some unique technology that's coming on, could be beneficial definitely for our future and our kids' future and grandkids and all that. I think the NFTs are cool. You've got metaverse coming online. Well, it is online, but just being developed more. If you're familiar with that movie Ready Player One, I believe that our metaverse is going to end up being something just like that. I'm 41, so I'll be around for it, but I'll probably be told to be trying something like that by then. But hey, I appreciate you